Hello dear students, welcome to the fifth part of chapter 1 number system. Students, what topics we have covered till now? We have covered the basic concepts, means all the definition. Then we have covered that how to represent rational number on the number line. Then we have studied that how we can prove that any number is an irrational number. And then in the last part, that is in part 4, we have covered that how we can represent irrational numbers on the number line. Okay, so till now these topics we have covered. What topic we will see today? The topic is what? The topic is real numbers and their decimal expansion. Real numbers and their decimal expansions. So students, what we will see in this topic, see, I have told you that decimals are of 3 types. This I have told you in the part 1 itself, that decimals are of 3 types. Basically, broadly it is divided in 2 parts. The one is terminating and the other one is what? Non-terminating. Okay, but further this non-terminating part has divided into 2 parts. One is repeating type, okay, repeating, and the other one is what? Non-repeating. Okay, this I have told you previously also. And what kind of decimals are coming here? The decimals which do terminate after few places, like 0.45, okay, 1.25. This type of decimal that terminates after few places of decimal are known as terminating type of decimal. In non-terminating but repeating type of decimal, what kind of decimals are there? Like 0.3333 and so on. I have told you that what is the method to represent it. The method is like this, okay, by 0.3 bar, okay, by symbol bar we can represent that which digit is getting repeated. And the second one is what? Non-repeating, non-terminating type of decimal. In this, like 0.421378978115, okay, like this, okay, means no pattern is there, no digit is getting repeated, and also it is non-terminating. So broadly the decimals are of 3 types: terminating, non-terminating, okay, and non-terminating is divided into 2 parts, that is repeating and non-repeating. Okay, so here we will learn that how we can represent the decimals into the form of p by q. The first type, that is terminating type, that can be changed into the form of p by q. That's why I have told you already that is like a rational number, okay, because the numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, they will be known as a rational number. So the first type, that is terminating type of decimal, are rational numbers. We will see that how we can change them into the form of p by q. After that, when we see in the non-terminating type, so in non-terminating type, those who are repeating, okay, repeating but non-terminating type, this type of decimal can also be changed into the form of p by q. That we will learn today, okay. And the last one, as you all know, that the last one, non-terminating, non-repeating, it cannot be changed into the form of p by q. That's why we have kept that into the category of irrational numbers, okay. So let us see. We will do some example question for this topic, okay. And what are the question? The question is that firstly, express 1/4 and 3/5 into the decimal form, okay. Firstly, we will do the question like this, and then we will see that another example question, that express 0.375 and 1.125 into the form of P by Q. Okay, so this two type of questions we will see for what kind of decimal? Terminating type of decimal. Let us see that how we can express this 1 by 4 into the decimal form. 1 by 4 means what? 1 by 4 means what? We have to divide 1 by 4. Okay, and how we can divide 1 by 4? So firstly we have to put a decimal sign, then 0 will come here. After that 4 2s are 8, so 2 is in the remainder. Since we have already put this sign decimal, so we can increase this 0. Now 4 5s are 20, so it is cancelled out. So basically 1.4 can be 1 upon 4 can be represented as 0.25. Okay, the another example is what? Like 3 upon 5. Okay, we have to write 3 upon 5 into the decimal form. It means that 3 should be divided by 5. Okay, because 5 is in the denominator, so we will divide 3 by 5. So 5, firstly we'll put a decimal sign, so it will be 0. 5 6 are 30. So as you can see that 3 upon 5 can be written as 0.6. Okay, so 1 by 4 can be represented in the decimal form as 0.25, and this 3 by 5 can be represented as 0.6. Okay, now we'll see the second question. Second type is what? We have to express 0.375 into the form of P by Q. Okay, so how we will represent this 0.375 into the form of P by Q? Let us see. 0.375 is there, na? So to represent it into the form of P by Q, what we will do? We will cancel this decimal, and at the place of decimal we will write 1. Okay, and after that whatever the number of digits are there, just put that much zeros. Okay, so 3 digits are there, 0.375, so 3 zeros will be here. Okay, so now after that we will simplify it. So just divide it by if we will divide it by 5, firstly we will divide it by 5. So what we will get? 5 7s are 35 and 5 5s are 25. Then again we will divide this. Again we can divide it by 25. So if we will divide it by 25, 25 3s are 75, and this. So 3 by 8. What is the value of 0.375? It is 3 by 8. Okay, 0.375 can be written as into the form of P by Q as 3 by 8. The second one is what? We have to represent 1.125. Okay, into the form of P by Q, 1.125. So how we will do it? Firstly, we'll cancel this decimal, and at this place of decimal we will write 1, and whatever the digits are there, okay, 3 digits are there after the decimal, so that much 0 we will put here. So it is 1125 and it is 1000. So firstly cancel it by 25. If we cancel it by 25, what we will get? We will get 25 4s are 100, so 12 is left, and 125, 25 5s are 125. And when we will cancel it by 25, so what we will get? We will get 40 times. Okay, 40 times. Now again if we will cancel it by 5, so 9 upon 8. So here the answer is what? 9 upon 8. Okay, what is the answer? The answer is 9 upon 8. So like this, students, if the question is in the form of P by Q and you have to change it into the decimal form, then by long division method you can do it. By long division method. Okay, and if the question is given in the decimal form and you have to change into the form of P by Q, then by this method you can do it. Okay, now you can pause the video and note down these two example questions. Now students, that type of question that I have told you right now, okay, that type of question you have studied in your previous classes, so I think that there should be no problem. Okay, now what is new for you? The new topic is what? That representation of non-terminating but repeating type of decimal into the form of p by q. Okay, means how you can represent the decimals which are non-terminating but repeating. Okay, for example, one question I have written here, that represent 0.3 bar into the form of p by q. So we have to represent 0.3 bar into the form of p by q. So how we will represent it? Bar means what? As you already know, as I have told you, that 0. If the repeating digit is repeating digit can be shown by this bar, like if 0.22222 and so on written, so we can represent it as 0.2 bar. Okay, so 0.3 bar we have to represent in the form of p by q. So how we will represent it? Let us see. So suppose the students, here I am writing the solution. So firstly what we will do, we will let this number as a variable, that let x is equal to 0.3 bar. Okay, what we have supposed? We have supposed that let this 0.3 bar as a variable. So if it is 0.3 bar, so can we write it like this? Will imply that can we write it in the form of decimal like this, 0.333 and so on. Okay, if we can write it, then we will write that 0.3333 and so on. Now students, what you will see, okay, here one thing you will check, that decimal is means just after the decimal, what you will see, that just after the decimal, is there repeating digit or not? Okay, see, two objectives should be there. Okay, out of that two, one objective is that you will check whether just after the decimal the repeating digit has started or not. So here in this question, just after the decimal the repeating digit is started, then it is okay. You will let this as equation number 1. Okay, this is your equation number 1. After that, the second objective is what? First objective, that you will check that just after the decimal the repeating digit has started or not. And the second objective is what? Second objective is you will see that how many digits are repeating. Okay, how many digits are repeating. So here only 3 is repeating, only 3, the bar is only upon 3 na, so only 3 is repeating. So you will multiply this x, means this equation, by 10. Okay, if 2 digits will repeat, then you will multiply that by 100. If 3 digits were repeating, then you will multiply that by 1000. Okay, so here only 1 digit is repeating na, so you will write that multiplying equation 1 by 10. Okay, you will multiply it by 10. So when you will multiply it by 10, so x into 10, that will be 10x. And here when you will multiply by 10, then what will happen? See, 0.3333 and so on. If you will multiply by 10, so it means like 0.3333 and so on. Okay, it is multiplied by 10. So what will happen? The decimal will shift one place. 10 is there. See, in 10 10 is there. So one place decimal will shift. Okay, like any other number is there. If like 0.25 is there, if we multiply it by 10, then decimal will shift one place, that is like 2.5. Okay, in the same manner decimal will shift one place, so it will be 3.3333 and so on. Okay, because there are infinitely many 3's. So if you will multiply it by 10, so 1 3 will shift, then no, it will make no difference in the right hand side. There are still infinitely many 3's. Okay, so now you will suppose this as equation number 2. You will suppose it as equation number 2. Now students, what you will do, you will do that from equation number 2 minus equation number 1. Okay, what you will do, you will subtract equation first from 2. Okay, so if you will subtract equation 1 from 2, so what you will get, left hand side will subtract by left hand side, so 10x minus x, that will be 9x. And in the right hand side, okay, what are there, 3.3333 and so on, this kind of number, and in the first equation 0.3333 and so on. So if you will subtract it, so in the right hand side of the decimal, all the 3's will be what? All the 3's will become 0. Okay, in the right hand side, all the 3, because it is subtraction, not 3 minus 3, everywhere 3 minus 3 is what? 0. In the left hand side of the decimal, 3 minus 0 is what? 3. Okay, so it means when you will do the subtraction, it means that from equation number 2, equation 1 is subtracted, then only 3 will be left, because the 3's which are in the right hand side of the decimal, all that 3's will become 0. So what is left? 9x is equal to 3.0. We can write as only 3 also. So x is equal to 3 upon 9. This will imply x is equal to 3 upon 9, and 3 upon 9 means what? X is equal to 1 by 3. So x was what? X is 0.3 bar, na? So it means we can say that 0.3 bar is equal to 1 by 3. Okay, so simply you have to see, or you have to be focused on two objectives. The first objective, whether the digits are just after the started of the decimal or not. Okay, and the second objective is that how many digits are repeating. Now we will take another example. In that example, the digits which are repeating are not started just after the decimal. Okay, firstly you will pause the video and note it down. Now the question is, we have to represent this time 0.12 bar in the form of p by q. Okay, so you have to see here that the bar is only on 2, not on 1. Okay, so it means this time we will suppose that let x is equal to 0.12 bar. Okay, like this. So bar is only on 2. So how we will write it? We will write like 0.1, 2, 2, 2, 2 and so on. Okay, so we will not suppose this as equation number 1. Okay, because I have told you that there should be two things in your mind. The first one, out of that two, the first one is what? The repeating digits are just started after the decimal or not. So here it is not started just after the decimal, because just after the decimal 1 is there, then 2 is there. Okay, so what we will do, firstly we will multiply, okay, multiplying above equation by. Now we have to think that by what number we should multiply it, so that decimal will reach to that position where just after that, okay, the repeating digits are started. Means what? Means we have to shift decimal here to here. Why? Because at this position, when the decimal will be at this position, then we can say that after the decimal, just after the decimal, repeating digits are started. Okay, so basically we have to shift decimal one position in right hand side. So if we shift decimal in one position at right hand side, so we have to multiply it by what? 10. Okay, so we have to multiply it by 10. So it is like 10x is equal to, now when we will multiply it by 10, so it will be 1.2222 and so on, like this. Now the repeating digits are just started after the decimal, so you can suppose it as equation number 1. You can suppose it as equation number 1. Now you will follow the same procedure as you have done in the previous question. How many digits are repeating? The second point which is very important to think, how many digits are repeating? So only one digit, that is 2, is repeating. So you will multiply again, multiplying equation 1 by 10. Okay, now when you will multiply it, so 10 into 10, it will be 100x is equal to, it will be, decimal will shift one place because we have multiplied it by 10, so it will be 12.2222 and so on. Okay, now this will be your equation number second. This is your equation number second, and this was your equation number 1. Okay, now what we will do, from equation 2 minus 1. Okay, now we will do the subtraction, that equation 2 minus 1 we will do. Okay, so we will do equation 2 minus equation 1, so that will be 100 minus 10, that will be 90x. In the right hand side you can see that after the decimal only 2's are there. Okay, and when you will do the subtraction, all the 2's will become 0, and hence we can say that after the decimal everything is become 0, and in the left hand side of the decimal, here it is 12 and here it is 1, so 12 minus 1, that is 11. Okay, so it means x is equal to 11 upon 90. Okay, this is your answer. X means what? X means what? 0.12 bar. Okay students, so I think that you have understood it. Now we'll see another example where more than one digit will repeat it. Okay, but before that, just pause the video and note it down. Now students, this time the question is that we have to represent 0.125 bar on into the form of P by Q. Okay, bar is on 25 both digits. Okay, so the procedure will be same. What? Firstly we'll suppose that let x is equal to 0.125 bar. Okay, so if we have supposed it as x, then we can write that x is equal to 0.1252525 and so on. Okay, now the first objective is what? We will see that just after the decimal repeating digits are starting or not. So here we can see that it is not starting just after the decimal, because just after the decimal 1 is there, and then 252525 and so on is there. Okay, so we'll make that. Okay, so we'll multiply the above equation by what number we should multiply, so that decimal will shift that place where just after that point repeating digits are started. So only one place we have to shift, only one place we have to shift. So we'll multiply the above equation by 10. Okay, so what we will get? We will get 10x is equal to, when decimal will shift, so it will be 1.252525 and so on. Okay, now we'll suppose it as equation number 1. Okay, it is your equation number 1. Now the second objective is what? We will see that how many digits are repeating. So as we can see that 2, 5 both are repeating, so it means 2 digits are repeating. And in the first question I have told you only that whatever the number of digits will be repeated, okay, that number of zeros should be there, the number which we multiply. It means that this time 2 digits are repeating, so we'll multiply by 100. Okay, if there will be 3 digits which is getting repeated, so we'll multiply that by 1000. Okay, so here two digits are repeating, so we'll multiply it by 100. So what we will get, firstly we should write down that multiplying by 100. Okay, so if we multiply by 100, write it properly, multiply the above equation number 1 by 100. So now we'll multiply, so 10 will be multiplied by 100, so it will be 1000x. Okay, in the right hand side, when 100 is multiplied, so both the digits which are repeating, okay, one pair of that will shift in the left hand side, so it will be 125.25 and so on. Okay, because in the right hand side of the decimal there are infinitely many, the pair of 2 5s are there. Okay, so one pair will be shifted because 100 is multiplied, so 100 is multiplied, so decimal will shift 2 places, that's why this 2 5 is shifted into the left hand side. Now it is your equation number 2. Now as we do that, from equation second minus 1, so if we do this, that equation second minus 1, then 1000 minus 10, that is 990x. In the right hand side, okay, as we can see in the previous questions also, okay, the right hand side will become 0 because everywhere 2 5 is there, and we will subtract, so all the 2 5s will become 0. So in the left hand side 125 minus 1 will be there, so it will be 124. Okay, now x is equal to 124 upon 990. Now you will divide it by 2. When you will divide it by 2, so it will be 262 and it will be 495, I think. Okay, 495. 9 4 13 500 and 6 to 8. Now it is okay, 62 upon 495. This will be your answer. Okay students, so just pause the video and note it down. So now students, I hope that all that type of question you have understood. Okay, now we'll see next topic, and the topic is what? That finding irrational numbers between two irrational numbers. Okay, as we have learned that how we can find rational numbers between two rational numbers in part second, I think. Okay, so like that only. Okay, how we can find irrational numbers between two irrational numbers. But before that, I want to make you clear that how you will write irrational numbers. Okay, means what is the best method to write irrational numbers. So as we can see that irrational numbers in the decimal form. Okay, irrational numbers in the decimal form. So as I have told you many times that what are irrational numbers in the decimal type? The decimals which are non-terminating, non-repeating type, that type of decimals are known as irrational numbers. Okay, so first thing, so how we can write? See, we can give, if someone says that give an example of irrational number, so you will write any decimal expansion. Okay, you can write any decimal number, okay, which are non-terminating, non-repeating. Okay, like 0.1 2 3 5 4 6 7 8 9. Okay, here you can see that it is non-terminating, non-repeating. Okay, this type of example you can give. But what is the most appropriate method to give the example for irrational numbers? You can see that like the numbers, like if we want to write any irrational number, like we can write that 0.10 100 100 1000 and so on. Okay, this can be the example of irrational number because there is no you can see here it is written 10, then it is 100, then it is 3 zeros are there, then 4 zeros are there, means the same digits are not repeating. Same digits mean the same pair of digits. If it is like 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, okay, then it is what, then it is repeating type of decimal. But here you can see that number of zeros are increasing. Here it is 1 0, here it is 2 0, here it is 3 0, here it is 4 0. Okay, so this will be considered as an irrational number because it is non-terminating, non-repeating type of decimal. Okay, like 0.25 255 2555 and so on. This can be the example of irrational number. Like someone can write 0.12 122 1222 and so on. Okay, this can be the example of irrational number. So these are the methods to write irrational number. Okay, these are more appropriate because it is considered that the same pair, the same block is not repeating. Okay, same block is not repeating. Here it means here it is 10, here it is 100, here it is 1000, here it is 25, here it is 255, here it is 2555, like this. Okay, so if the same block is not repeating, that means that all these are what? All these are irrational numbers. Now we will see the example. If the question is like that, write one irrational number, write one irrational number between suppose you can see one thing we can change into the heading. Okay, means we can edit it like finding irrational number between two irrational numbers or rational numbers. Okay, means in between two rational numbers also we can find any irrational numbers, and in between two irrational numbers also we can find any irrational numbers. So if the question is like that, find irrational number between 2 and 3. Okay, means in between 2 and 3 we have to find one irrational number. So how we can write in between 2 and 3? In between 2 and 3 we can write like 2.10 100 1001 and so on. Okay, this can be the example of write one irrational number. Okay, suppose here it is written that write 5 irrational numbers. Write 5 irrational numbers between 2 and 3. So one example I have given. Okay, second can be what? Like this you can give so many examples. Okay, so here we can write that 2.12 122 1222 and so on. Okay, this example is also there. We can write that 2.50 500 50005 and so on. This can be the example. Okay, like this we can give so many examples. In between 2 and 3 we can write infinitely many number of irrational numbers. Okay, means what? Means there should be a note point. That note point you will write just before the question. The note point is what? There can be infinitely many irrational numbers between two rational or irrational numbers. Okay, so there can be infinitely many irrational numbers between two rational or irrational numbers. 3 examples I have written, between 2 and 3, and rest 2 you will write. So just note it down, students. Pause the video and note it down. So students, I think this is enough for today. Okay, all these topics you will write down in your fair copy and revise whatever the topics I have. If you have not seen the videos of previous classes, okay, previous parts, that is part 1 to 4, okay, so firstly you will see that, and then it is easy for you, it will be easy for you to understand each and every topic. And I will continue after this, I will continue in the next part. Okay, so thank you all of you. Good day.